the man who got pregnant and gave birth to his own biological child.
No.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yep.
And then the next push, the baby's head popped out. I could feel their whole body come out, and it was so amazing.
There's your baby. Look at all that hair. Look at my sweet baby. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. Look at that. I'm so placenta.
Hey guys, welcome back to the E&B Clinic. My name is Esther.
And I am Beatrice.
And this is the platform where we discuss matters health in relation to real life experiences. So today, Beatrice,
Yes.
what do you have for us today?
Today, again, we have a very, very nice story.
Okay.
Quite extraordinary. It's the kind of story that you hear the first time and you're not very sure whether it's factual or not.
Okay.
So basically we're going to discuss a story about the man who got pregnant and gave birth to his own biological child.
No.
Yes.
Okay, tell us more.
Let me tell you a very short story first. What happened sometime last year. It was last year, 2020, around 2022, early 2022 or thereabout. I was just scrolling social media. I think it was Facebook.
Okay.
And at that point, I found this video. It had this caption, very interesting caption. It was written, "The man who got pregnant." And there was an image accompanying the caption. The image showed a man, like a masculine one, a masculine face, a masculine body, the biceps, like a man, facial hair, everything.
He physically looks like a man.
Completely like a man.
Okay.
And this man, he had a protruding tummy, which did not look like a pot belly. It looked like he was indeed pregnant. So at first I was a little bit not so sure about the story, so I ignored it. And I went on with my browsing. Then after around 2 weeks, again when I was on Facebook, I found a similar story. It was indeed the same man. Yeah. This man, the caption was now, this is 2 weeks after the first encounter. It was written, "The man who got pregnant and gave birth to his own biological child."
No, you're kidding.
I'm so serious. And at that point, the man was right there, the same man.
Okay.
And he was on a hospital bed. And he had a little baby right next to him. Like he had just given birth. This got me, curious. I was like, okay. Last time I ignored it, but this time I need to check on it.
You need to dig deeper.
Exactly. I went on YouTube. I started searching. I looked at several credible research articles to understand the situation.
Okay.
And indeed, this man had given birth to his own biological child. No kidding. It was his own child. It was a pregnancy. And he had given birth. So this man, it was around the same time, he's called Ari. This man is called Ari. And he had been pregnant. And he attended all the antenatal clinics. like all of them. We have all the pictures and the videos, you can access them. And he attended all of them religiously. And the nurses, of course, they would listen to the normal antenatal clinics, the way they go. So he went through all this. And his due date came, but he did not give birth at that point. So a few days later, after due date, that's when he got labor pains, and he went into the emergency room, and he was admitted for childbirth.
You're talking about a man having labor pains.
Yes, labor pains, and that is why this is going to be a very interesting segment, because I want to explain exactly what was going on.
Okay.
Because most people may have, some of you might have seen it, but maybe you ignored it, like fake news. So I want to make sure that we all understand, because I also ignored it the first time, but the second time I got to understand it better. So our person, Ari, was born years back, decades back, and he was assigned female gender at birth. You see, like when you're born, the birth attendant, the doctor, the nurse, or the person who attends to you, of course there's that notification that is filled, and there's an option for female, male, and all that. And he and the baby was assigned female gender. So the baby grew.
Because this baby had female attributes physically.
Yeah, external attributes that you can check and say this one must be a female.
Oh.
So this baby grew just like any other baby.
Okay.
And at around this time that the secondary sex characteristics started to show, there were those ones of a female. So I tried to listen to the story of Ari, and Ari says, as these characteristics were coming up, as the person was getting all these, like the hips were broadening, some breasts.
Those are the secondary characteristics.
Of a female. For as a person, Ari felt like I am a man deep inside. Like deep inside, I am a man, but. This body of mine is that one of a female, is that one of a woman, like I'm getting breast, like, and I feel like a man. So it was very, 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 very confusing stage for him.
Yeah.
So our person is so confused. Our person is really confused, because I believe like a man feels different from a woman. You see, like, even the behavior of a man and a woman, they are totally different. Like you as Esther, you wouldn't really want to have a body of a man, because you are a lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't want to become like those bodybuilders. You wouldn't like that body. So according to Ari, that's a feeling that was bothering him. So the person had to, go through all this stage, the adolescence, until young adulthood. And that's when Ari decided to visit a doctor. In their society, it's normal for people to come out with such kind of feelings, such kind of views, opinions. And so Ari comfortably went to a doctor, and they discussed on how Ari would transform to get a more masculine body to fit exactly how Ari felt in the inside. So Ari goes to the doctor, and the first thing that the doctor did was to give Ari hormonal therapy. Ari was given testosterone hormone.
How does this work? Testosterone hormone?
This hormone is a primary sex hormone in males. Like every male should have this hormone, so that and also it helps to to enable the person to have all these male secondary characteristics. You know, like what we are saying, like the broad shoulders,
Beard.
the beard, facial hair, chest hair, hairy body, you know, to build the muscle mass, the bone density, you know, all the things that distinguish a male and a female, or a man and a woman, or So the hormone therapy was started.
Okay.
And Ari started developing all these characteristics of a man. You know, like the face.
The secondary characteristics
of a man.
Oh.
Like the face started to change. The muscle mass, he was building some muscle mass. And his voice was changing. He was getting the beard.
But will this affect the primary sex characteristics?
Like the sexual organs?
Yes. Will that affect?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So that means our Ari still had breasts and definitely had the female reproductive organs.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ari's body was changing outwardly, but inside, like the other organs were not changing in any way, because you cannot develop like male organs due to because you have been given the hormones like testosterone.
Oh.
Yes, you cannot. So after a while, after feeling like, you know, all these changes are happening, of course the breasts were still there.
Okay.
So back to the doctor. I told the doctor, I don't want these things because I feel like a man. And I've started getting all these characteristics of a man, so I need some help. So the doctor suggested what we need to do is a double mastectomy.
And that is
the removal of both breasts, so that Ari could have a flat chest. Because remember,
to resemble a man now.
Yes, you remember the image I'd seen?
Yes.
The person looked like a man, like totally a man, flat chest, because he was not even wearing a shirt on top,
Oh my
but
goodness.
a protruding pregnancy belly. This happened around when he was around in his 20s, and at that point, Ari felt like a man. Because all these changes have happened, you know, the body has changed. All this hormone is, you know, the hormone is something that Ari had to get continuously to maintain these things. Because in a normal male, this hormone is produced in the testes.
Oh.
But our Ari
doesn't have testes.
Yeah. So he cannot get sufficient amount of this hormone to maintain the characteristics that Ari wanted. Ari got married after feeling like a man, got married to a lady, and at one point, Ari felt, I need to get my own child. I need to get pregnant and carry my own biological child.
Okay, interesting.
Yes. But remember, we said Ari had the same organs that the baby, the one who was assigned female gender, was born with. So the uterus, the ovaries, you cannot just remove them. The cervix, the whole reproductive tract was there.
Okay.
Although the breasts were gone, it was still possible for Ari to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So what happened is that Ari got a donor who was a close friend, apparently. A close friend. So got a donor, got pregnant. Carried the pregnancy until a few days after due date. That is when Ari gave birth to own biological child.
Oh, okay.
So when this story was presented, of course, it was a bit, people didn't understand what was going on, but it was indeed true. Ari had gotten a baby, had gotten pregnant, and had gotten a baby, his own biological baby. Yes.
Now, I don't know. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
why? Okay, Ari married a lady, right?
Yes.
So why not allow the lady
Yes.
to carry this pregnancy?
I wonder.
I don't know.
I wonder because if really he felt like a man, I don't know why
Why again feel like you should carry this
the
pregnancy?
pregnancy. I really wonder.
I don't know. Maybe someone can tell us in the comment section.
Please do, guys, because I would also I would like to understand, like, this person that really wanted to feel like a man. You've changed your body all this much. You have started taking this hormone, and then again you feel like. But there's a very interesting thing about this whole story about hormones
Okay.
that maybe people don't usually, understand. But hormones play a very vital role in the body. Very vital role, because you can imagine somebody changing their physical characteristics from a girl, very feminine, to a man, or vice versa. So I'd like to explain a little bit about hormones, just a little bit.
Okay.
In our heads, there are chemicals that play a very vital role in our bodies. Yeah, we don't only have the testosterone; we have some other types of hormones that play different roles in the body. But when it comes to reproduction, we have the pituitary gland found in the head. This gland is very vital. It is one of those vital organs in the body, small but very important, because it produces all these chemicals and sends them all over your body to send signals. So in a male, the pituitary gland releases a hormone, called luteinizing hormone, and it is sent to the testes to tell the testes, release testosterone, make this man look like a man, feel like a man, because there's a way that males feel, the aggression,
they feel like men.
They feel like a man.
Yes.
So this hormone plays a very vital role to make them feel that way and to look that way.
Yeah.
In a female. But I want you to note that. Okay, let's first go to females. Females, they also have the pituitary gland, releasing the luteinizing hormone, sending it across your bloodstream, and sending a signal to the ovaries. But no, in females, testosterone is released in very small amounts, very small, very tiny. Because it is needed, because you also need to maybe build the muscle mass, do some little thing, just a little. No, you don't want all that, broad shoulders, tiny hips. You don't want those characteristics on it. So you're given just a little, and so the primary hormone, sex hormone in females, is estrogen. So this estrogen is released from the ovaries. Yes. And now it allows the girl now to develop to get all these other characteristics, feminine characteristics. So it is important to understand that. But we have disorders, abnormalities, where maybe a woman can get a lot of testosterone, and you will find them having very serious conditions. So it is important to understand that aspect of hormones, even as we learn about this man who got pregnant and gave birth, and to understand that hormones play a very vital role, very significant. Yes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, I wish I could get deeper into this.
Yes.
Because there are things that you're mentioning, and I'm just getting more curious and curious.
Yes.
Like now, the luteinizing hormone has been released by the pituitary gland.
Yes.
How does the brain direct it?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the ovaries.
Yes.
You go to the testes.
Yes.
How does that even happen? I don't know.
I think it's very interesting because remember this pituitary gland is releasing so many other hormones being sent to different places.
Yeah.
Very different places. But the receptors of these hormones they are found only at certain, like if let's say like if it's estrogen hormone, there are receptors in the ovaries or in the testes. You know, that receive this hormone, so it will pass so many other places. But when it gets to these receptors,
that answers it.
Yes. So because there are so many different types of hormones, we have thyroid hormone, antidiuretic hormones, oxytocin. You know, there are a wide variety of hormones, but these hormones are sent specifically to certain places. If it's the hormone for contracting the uterus because the baby is due,
it knows
where
exactly
where it
where the receptors,
where the receptors are in the uterus. Am I in the breast to for the milk to breastfeed? You know. So these chemicals are just so interesting, I think.
Yeah. So when you mention about those hormones making this uterus to contract,
so oxytocin.
So in the case of say endometriosis, where you have that uterine tissue growing somewhere else, it shows that there may be some receptors in those areas,
cells,
in those cells, which now causes those parts to contract.
Oh, like
yes, they shouldn't.
Like if you have like endometriosis, like in the lungs.
Yes.
Or in the
This is really interesting and informative.
I think about hormones, it's just super interesting.
I think we should even have another episode.
I think we should, so that we can delve deeper into how different hormones, how they work. A little bit, it's interesting. I think it's very interesting, and we can do this.
We definitely should.
Yes.
So now Ari, a female.
Ari, Ari went into labor, and after hours of labor, Ari gave birth to his own child.
It makes me think, if Ari felt at a tender age that he feels, Ari needs to be a man, and then he again feeling like he should carry a pregnancy.
Yes.
I don't know. Is it a matter of feelings, Like, is it in your heart?
That is what he said. That is exactly what he said. That he felt that because you see, he even got a donor, so you can say it was like an accidental thing.
So okay,
a bit difficult to
understand. Yes.
But that is the story of Ari.
That's an interesting one, and I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
And to our viewers, if you have any questions, maybe something that you missed or you need clarification on, please do feel free to ask in the comment section. We'll be glad to respond to your comments. Yeah. Okay, so another thing was Ari taking testosterone when this person was pregnant?
I doubt that Ari could continue taking testosterone because now what Ari needed now was like the usual hormones that a woman needs to carry pregnancy to term, like progesterone. So probably he stopped taking that hormone, and remember his body would just bounce back to the usual estrogen, progesterone. Yes.
And would Ari breastfeed?
Feed.
Okay, would milk come out? When you talk about mastectomy,
Yes.
do you completely remove the system that produces milk?
Yes, you do, because you remove all
Entirely.
the glands. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, and the ducts.
Oh.
So there's no way you can undo that.
Oh.
Like once it is removed,
That's it.
That is it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So most likely maybe they used a bottle.
Oh, yes, yeah, you can bottle feed.
Yes. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
The story of Ari.
Enough you went for to being,
interesting.
he became a dad, a mom,
A dad.
a dad.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
And I remember there's a segment where Ari says the way he could get confused when the doctors and nurses would refer to him as a woman
Yeah.
who's pregnant. You know, like it was super confusing. And I think it's also confusing for even us.
Yes, it
When you
is.
try to think about it, it's a bit confusing, but that is exactly how it happened. Because here we bring you stories
Yeah.
as they happened and factual information as it happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
And every story told in our voice is meant to educate, to inform, and to empower us. Because our voice is our empowerment. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share with your friends and even comment down below. Thank you so much for the continued support. We are so grateful and we really appreciate every effort that you're making. All right. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye bye, guys. See you next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.